Nick Saban, the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, says there's 5 questions we need to ask ourselves every day. 5 questions we need to ask ourselves every day. Do we want to be below average? Do we want to be average, which is mediocre? Do you want to be good? Do you want to be very good? Very good? Or 5, do you want to be elite? Outstanding. Elite, outstanding, master of your craft. What is it? Every single day, every area of your life, you make that decision. Subconsciously, consciously, you ask yourself, am I happy being below average? Am I happy being average and mediocre? That's almost everybody. Average and mediocre, ordinary. Do I want to be good? Okay, that's a smaller percentage of the crowd. Do I want to be very good? Do I want to be very good to excellent at what I do? Or do I want to invest my precious time and energy in the 5th thing, being outstanding, being elite? Like Tony Robbins says, being a master of your craft. Mastery. Do you want to be a marketing master, or do you want to be average, ordinary, mediocre? Do you want to be in elite physical and mental shape? Elite mental and physical shape, best shape of your life? Or do you want to be in, below average shape, average shape? Do you want a marriage that is ordinary, below average, even good? Good is the enemy of great. Or do you want a marriage that's on fire, which is an elite marriage, an elite relationship? You're a master of that craft. Marriage is a craft. Do you want to be, you can go all through the areas of your life, father, grandfather. Are you interested in being, below average, average, good, very good, or outstanding? Do you want to be an outstanding father, outstanding grandfather, outstanding community service leader? Or are you satisfied with being, average and mediocre, maybe good, maybe no good? So these are the 5 questions that Saban asks his players as people and as football players second. And I think they're great questions for us to ask ourselves every day, because your thinking and behavior will make it so. I can tell whether health is a priority for a man by just looking at him and looking at his behavior and looking at the results in his life. The foods he eats, what he drinks, what he doesn't drink, what he smokes, what he takes. Same with mental health, the books read, cell phone time. I can tell by your level of commitment in any area of your life whether you really want to be below average, average, good, very good, or you're dedicated to being a master of that craft. And mastery is where it all comes together. Mastery, when you master copywriting, you never work another day in your life. You never worry about money again in your life. When you master marketing, you never ever worry about money another day in your life. You can lose it all and you'll gain it all back if you're a marketing master. If you have mastery in the area of marriage, your children, you'll have peace of mind and happiness your entire life. If you master physical health, you're always going to have energy and vitality. You're going to have physical health along with mental health because you're a master of physical health. Same with mental health. If you head the other way and you don't live a life as a cell phone junkie or screen junkie, you read books, you meditate, you walk, you get outside in nature, you set goals, you're going to be incredibly happy. You're going to be a master of your craft. But here's the thing. The whiners and complainers in our world, the whiners and the complainers and the excuse makers in our world are all below average or mediocre average, or at best case scenario, good. They're in the bottom three. They're certainly not excellent, and they're certainly not outstanding. They're not masters of any craft. They whine and they bitch and they complain and they make excuses, and they say things like, well, I don't get the respect, or I didn't get the breaks, or my parents weren't entrepreneurs, or I live in the wrong state, or my mom and dad didn't teach me about how money really works, or this or that. It's just one excuse pile on top of the other. And the reason, because they don't respect themselves, and the reason because they don't have any self-love, and the reason because they don't put in the daily work to be a master, to be outstanding, they get the respect from other people that they earn. You know, the only people in your life that will listen to your whining and your complaining and your excuse making are other losers. Those are the only people in my life, okay, when I used to whine and complain and make excuses, the only people who were interested in listening to that were the losers in my life. Losers lose. Losers aren't winners. So the flip coin of that, when it comes to being outstanding at something, being a master, is winners aren't losers. They put in the daily work, they read an hour, they study an hour. If you decide, if you make a decision to become a master at a certain craft, at a certain skill, I decided 20 some years ago to become a master at marketing, direct response. 30 years I've dedicated an hour a day to doing this, but it only took me 2 years. 2 years of an hour a day reading, studying Dan Kennedy, John Carlton, Gary Halbert, all the great copywriters. 1 hour a day, I would read and study, hand write out their stuff. Within 2 years, I was top 1% direct response marketer. I was elite within 2 years. That's the power of consistency. If you show up 7 days a week, 12 months a year, consistently and study your craft, you are elite. Starting from ground zero, you are elite within 2 years. Now tack on 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, continual growth, 1 hour per day. I've done it for 30 years. There's not a lot I haven't seen in direct marketing or copywriting. Today, I'll spend an hour studying and reading and actually writing and marketing. So I've been at this consistently for 30 years. So that's the reason that I now can teach other businessmen what to do with their businesses, with their marketing, with their copywriting. I know how to write for money. So it's really interesting that it's not hard. It's simple once you make the decision to give an hour to whatever it is you want to become a master at. You want to become a master chess player. You want to become a master school teacher at church. You want to start teaching Sunday school at church. You want to become a master in terms of whatever it is. An hour a day for 2 years separates you from 99% of the herd. It makes you an absolute world-class expert. And then anything after 2 years, well, and that's because most people are deep as a puddle, right? Yeah, Michael, I know about marketing. I asked them, what 10 books have you studied? Well, I haven't studied any books. Well, Michael, I really know real estate. I'm like, really? Who have you studied in real estate investing? Well, I watched a couple Grant Cardone videos and I like him. And I'm just like, deep as a puddle. Well, physical health or mental health or whatever it is, that's my thing. And I'm like, really? How many books did you read about that? I love to cook. It's my passion. I'm thinking of opening up a restaurant. Just tell me what 10 books you've read about opening up a restaurant. What 10 books? Have you read all the books on all the celebrity chefs? Have you read all the books? Not a book. Deep as a puddle. So it's not hard to become a world-class expert. It really isn't. It just takes an hour a day for 2 years minimum. And literally within 2 years, you're a world-class expert. Can college do that? No. Can university do that? No. Can high school do that? No. Can a seminar do that? No. It's all about consistency. It's all about consistency. So that's my message for today is, you got to ask yourself those 5 questions whenever I don't care if you're golfing. I don't care if it's your marriage. I don't care if it's your community service. I don't care if it's a new business that you're starting up. You have to ask yourself those 5 questions. Am I going to be, below average, which is 80%? Are you going to be average, which is almost everybody? Average means mediocre, by the way. Average is a kind word. It's a word they like to use nowadays, but average, I used to tell my athletes, means you're fucking mediocre. Mediocre, I like that word better. It means that you're a dud. It means you're no good. It means you have no chance to win. Mediocre. And like I told my mastermind members the other day, good is the enemy of great. I'm not interested in somebody who's good. I didn't hire Doberman Dan as a copywriter to help me write copy because he's good. I'm not interested in somebody that's average or good. I want somebody who's a master of their craft. And Doberman Dan is a master of his craft. So I paid for top 1% specialized knowledge, and I got it. And I have to pay for it. But I'm not interested in good, and then even very good. The third thing, do you want to be very good? Well, very good guys don't make good money. They make okay money, just enough to trap them in a business, just enough to trap them in a company. And then, do you want to be excellent? Excellent. Well, excellent is better than the other alternatives, but if you're going to put your heart and soul into this every day, like I do business and family, why do I want to be average? Why the hell would I want to be average if I'm going to die for this stuff? If I'm going to put this stuff sometimes ahead of my family, I'm going to put this stuff ahead of my health sometimes. I'm gonna write 24-page newsletters. I'm gonna coach masterminds. I'm gonna write books. I'm gonna shoot 365 videos in the freezing rain, the snow, the heat, the bugs. If I'm gonna do all that, well, why the hell would I ever want to be mediocre? Why the hell would I even want to be good? Or why the hell would I even want to be, excellent? My goal is mastery, to be outstanding. In that tiny sliver that I work with middle-aged men, world building, I help them build their own worlds. I want to be the best in the world at that one thing. The one thing I'm dedicating my professional life to now, that sliver of working with men 45 and above, 55, 65, 75, helping them build their own personal world of personal sovereignty so they can do what they want when they want. That's my little sliver where I want to be the Michael Jordan. I want to be the Wayne Gretzky. I want to be, the George Patton. I want to be that guy. So that's my mindset. If you're going to put your time into it, why not be a master of your craft? Why not go all in on your art? Why not go all in on your art? You want to do marketing. You want to be you want to change the lives of people through your community, through volunteering, through whatever it is. Why not go all in on your art? Go all in on your craft. And an hour a day is all in. Nobody can touch you at an hour a day. I've been doing it for 31 years, and man, it's lonely at the top, like Tony Robbins says. It's not lonely at the top. It's just less crowded. So you get to the top, an hour a day, consistency will do it. It's all about consistency. I don't have any special gifts or any special qualities when it comes to that, which is disappointing for guys when I tell them. I have an absolute obsession and passion for world building. And that's what sets me apart. Not talent, not any God-given gifts. I have lots of those, but that's not it. It's my passion and obsession to do the 1 hour a day, consistently, passion, obsession to do it every day, to do it every day, to do the one or two things every day. That's it for today. You can grab a copy of my book below. You can subscribe to my Righteous newsletter below and get one of these free badass t-shirts. I'll throw that in with a newsletter subscription, or you can join my World Builders Mastermind. All those links are below this video. And remember, 2 words that changed my life: consistency, consistency. Every day, 1 hour, you end up a world-class expert. And ask yourself those 5 questions, man. Where do you want to be? You want to be at the bottom, or you want to be at the top? And if you're going to do it, go all in. Go all in. 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that'll change your life. Be relentless.